Hi, this is George. Now, some of you know that I did what I call Swatchtober. Essentially, I did a series of 31 day, 1 day challenges as far as swatch, and that was my version of Inktober. It was really fun and challenging, and I've been working on a new idea, and I'm going to use this pad of paper again, and I'm going to kind of have a border. Again, I'm not really concerned about straight lines, just to get the framework in. Now, as opposed to doing a video every day, sorry, that's not going to happen. Instead, it's going to be kind of once a week, and they will probably be a little longer in duration. Again, I'm not sure because I'm kind of winging it. I will be using my Winsor Newton cotton. It has 24 rather, colors. And probably at some time I'm going to be using my Caran d'Ache. It's 15 colors of water-soluble crayons. When you apply a little bit of crayon to your substrate and then a little bit of water, it acts as a watercolor. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. So I'm going to spritz my pans and these as well. I purchased these separately, but they're also from Winsor Newton cotton. And one I'm going to use right now is the raw sienna, which is kind of like the yellow ochre. So what I'm going to do is clear away some space and wet my palettes for the colors that I know I'm going to be using. Let's see, this a little bit, that a lot. Okay, and no, okay. So I'm going to apply what is referred to as an underpainting. Basically, an underpainting is you get the surface prepared somewhat. I'm going to spritz my paper so it's easier to work. Unfortunately, the project I'm going to do is going to require a lot of dry time. but that's okay. So I'm going to use my Mimic Round 10 and start applying a bit of the raw sienna and my yellow ochre, a bit of different browns, now I don't know if this is going to work, but we'll see. The idea is to have a background color that will shine through or appear and impact or change the colors that I apply on or on top. So for example, this is, like I said, a kind of raw sienna and yellow ochre, a bit of yellow, burnt umber. Now the color is going to lighten as it dries. So basically the underpainting will show through a little bit. And I'm painting at night, so the only light source is my ring light, which is up there. Okay, a little bit more raw umber. I think it's raw umber, I'm not sure. A bit much more than I wanted, but that's okay as well. As all you want is kind of a light wash. And there's a bit of separation going on, which is cool. I think some of the colors and the way I'm applying them are granulating on their own. So I'm going to let this dry and we'll start the first process. I chose the colors because they're pretty neutral and I don't want to have massive conflict within the painting. So it's going to be a unifying color for the background. I'm going to use my heat tool. This is optional. You can always let it dry naturally, but a lot of the intermingling of the colors and such have already been done, so it's good to go with the hair dryer. And then make sure you have it on the lowest setting. So it's pretty much dry. not 100%, but because I'm antsy and want to move on, I'm going to next use my compass set and use this compass to create arcs and circles. I got this from Walgreens, but you can get it at probably like again, I don't know exactly what I'm doing, but that's okay. Really fine. So if it's confusing to you, it's confusing to me. I'm kind of trying to get the lines that are in a cathedral, but we'll see. All right, so now I'm not a mathematician, but if you are, it'll be easier to do this on your own. And because I like curly cues, I'm going to introduce some here. And scallops. And a little bit of freehand circles. All right, so the idea is to make a bit of a shadowing so it's kind of a grit work, based on the shapes. It's like one big happy doodle. So I'm going to go in with my paint again, and I'm going to add some more water to some. I have to remember which colors I'm going to use because I need to kind of use it throughout the piece. So let's get in with a little bit of water. This is a number 3, but you can use whatever brush you want. Obviously, I'm not concerned with the pencil marks. Take your time, because I don't know what I'm doing, but we'll get it through it together. This is 100% cotton from Arches. I'm using this because I got this a couple of years ago before my stroke, and it was gathering dust. So I thought, well, I might as well use it. A couple of more areas, and then we can dry it and move on. Okay. Some areas are still wet, and I'm going to drop in a bit of color. And force the bleed a bit more. I'm going to force more blooms by adding some water. This is one of my favorite techniques, other than glazing. I'm going to add some more lines. Going in again with my raw sienna and more water. A little bit of blue. And create a couple of blooms. This time I'm going to add in a bit of raw sienna. And again, the blue, which will create a different color than with the raw sienna. kind of here, I'm kind of going with a somewhat what on dry. I'm going to dry this and I will be right back. I used my kneaded eraser to get most of the pencil marks away, and I think it's pretty good right now. And some pencil marks are okay because I think it looks more organic and original as opposed to something that AI created. And if you're an AI, no slander on you, but you know what I mean. So I got rid of some of the lines, and now I'm going to put more lines in. Okay. And the occasionally um, crinkling sound is me moving in my chair. And I'm probably putting in more than I need to, but that's okay. Going in with the raw sienna again, and more water to lighten it up. Give it a little bit of blue. Go back in with the raw sienna. Again with the blue. Carry that color in. and a little bit more blue for contrast. Some water and raw sienna. Some blue. Some rooms. A little bit of raw umber. I think it's raw umber, but I'm not sure. Clean out my brush, that it out again, because I only want hint of the raw umber, and then maybe a little bit of raw sienna in there. And you guessed it, a little bit of blue. And water. Okay. A combination of the raw umber and the raw sienna in here. Again, you can use whatever colors you want. I'm just using these. And I want more contrast in here. Okay, good. Okay, I think I've ruined it for today. Well, not quite. So how do you like it? Now, this is only the first installment, and again, the next one will be in maybe about a week. And during the week, I will continue and doing this in our other parts. But basically, not bad for the first day of my experiment. So I hope you enjoyed the video and got inspired to play around with your supplies. I will see you in the next video, and remember to be kind to yourself and be kind to others. Bye.